President Biden and previous President Trump managed a major blow to the commission on presidential wrangles about CPD on Wednesday, calling in to address the convenience of the organization moving forward. Biden's campaign educated the commission it would work specifically with news organizations to orchestrate two talks about this summer with Trump, who rapidly acknowledged his rival's proposition. The improvement raised the plausibility that the commission, which has dealt with presidential talks about each cycle dating back to 1988, may blur into unimportance after 2024. I think it may be the final pant of the CPD, said Doug Brinkley, a presidential history specialist and teacher at Rice College. This is gathered to be their work, and in the event that they are incapable to get a result, it implies they're moving themselves into the termination field. The commission had, as of now, declared 3 presidential wrangles about, planned for September 16, October 1, and October 9, as well as a bad habit presidential talk about on September 25. But the Biden and Trump campaigns had behind-the-scenes dialogues in later weeks around orchestrating wrangles about and going around the commission. Those discussions were to begin with detailed by the Washington Post. It appears like it may be an antique of a previous era, said Senator John Thune, SD, the No. 2 Republican within the upper chamber. It shows up it's done for this cycle. I do not know what it implies long-term. Senator Marco Rubio, RFLA, who is allegedly on Trump's waitlist to be his running mate, told The Slope that the CPD is likely an outdated wrangle about framework given how voters devour legislative issues. When both of the major candidates say they're not taking an interest with the commission, I'm not astounded, no, Rubio said. I think it was fair a matter of time given the nature of present-day politics. Pressures with the commission have been common all through the past 45 a long time, but they appeared to reach a crest amid the past 2 race cycles. Trump attacked the commission amid the 2016 wrangles about, when the commission recognized specialized issues with his mouthpiece. He debilitated to sit out the 2020 wrangles about, citing dissatisfactions with the commission. Both Biden and Trump took issue with the group's dealing with of the 2020 talks about. Biden and his group were incensed that COVID-19 conventions were not more entirely implemented amid the primary talk about, especially when Trump tried positive for the infection days later. Trump, in the meantime, seethed against arbitrator Chris Wallace, who over and over decried Trump for intrusions. Senator Glenn Romney, Utah, who taken part in 3 of the commission's wrangles about in 2012, demonstrated that he was not shocked by the news. The previous GOP presidential chosen one had his possessed verbal spat with the CPD over the choice of Sweet Crowley, at that point a CNN grapple, as half of the moment talk about between him and then President Obama after she fact-checked him live amid the occasion. The CPD concurred that having her direct the talk about was a mistake. I think it would have been exceptionally difficult to urge the two of them to come together beneath something the presidential talk about commission would have structured, Romney said. Apparently both candidates chosen they'd be way better served by making their claim talk about, and I figure they do not need to have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. there, a wild card. Not shocked by that, Romney said. I'm all for a talk about, and on the off chance that they can work something out, at that point great. In articulation, the commission said it would stay prepared to execute its plans for 3 presidential talks about and 1 bad habit presidential debate. The American Open merits substantive talks about from the driving candidates for president and bad habit president, the commission said. Our 2024 destinations, all areas of higher learning, are arranged to have wrangles about on dates chosen to suit early voters, the bunch included. We will proceed to be prepared to execute this plan. Trump's campaign had in later weeks encouraged the commission to plan more wrangles about and hold them prior, citing the begin of early voting in numerous states between the primary and moment talks about. The commission pushed back, contending the September 16 talkabout would be the most punctual broadcast common race talkabout ever held. Biden had remained demure almost whether he would concur to a talkabout with Trump, but his campaign on Thursday issued a letter to the commission enumerating why it was spurning the organization and proposing working specifically with new substances to set up the wrangles about with Trump.